Good morning, chickadoes and chickadees. Today is Tuesday, January 12th, and this is your lesson video. So as we continue in Unit 5, we're building this sense of research and argumentation, and we're going to start jumping off into what interests you, your focus for this research and argumentation piece that you're going to be creating. But it's focusing on the topic of charities. So as we take a look at the past assignments and going into today's assignment, we're focusing on what this idea of charity is and altruism, this innate sense of wanting to help somebody out, not asking for anything in return. But as we've seen in previous conversations, discussions, assignments, there's that controversy of maybe it's not just for the betterment of other people. Maybe there's something a little bit more intrinsic about it, in the sense that we want something out of it, that we want the sense of feel good or more of an outward appreciation from others. Hence the controversy. Is charity a real thing? Do people honestly give because they want to and help? Or are they doing it just to make themselves look good, to make themselves more marketable and more likable to everybody else? What are those inner drives that make a person give charitably? So for today, as we take a look at the sense of what is charity and the needs of it, I want you to brainstorm who needs help in San Antonio. Who are those cliques, those groups, those individuals are in dire need of our help? Because again, another controversy was like, maybe some people are just faking that they're hurt, or they can't work, or that they need help, and when in actuality they're just abusing our good graces. But beyond that, let's step away and just really focus on the groups who really do need help. I want you to brainstorm as many as you possibly can, because there's going to be so many out there that we never knew of. There are, of course, sadly, the standard, the homeless, sadly, the standard, people in abusive relationships, children who are neglected, not fed. I mean, those are the people who are in dire need. So let's go ahead and list those. But there's other subgroups, subpopulations who kind of get looked to the wayside. So I want you to kind of open our eyes, show that diversity, give us this, share the background that you know and what interests you with everybody else, because that just might encourage somebody else to learn about it and get involved with it and to share more information about it. So at today's discussion board, brainstorm groups, individuals, people who are in need. So I'll offer mine as an example. My background is that my mom had me really young. She had me in high school, and things could have gone very different for us. I'm very fortunate that my grandparents, kept her, let her live, let her keep me, and helped her. So while she finished high school, they took care of me. We lived with them. She graduated high school and just went on to working, and it's been worked ever since that day. But things could have been totally different. They could have neglected her. They could have, kicked her out of the house. She could have aborted. I mean, there are so many roads that it could have gone down. And so I saw how my mom struggled. I saw how my mom was a child herself, raising a child. And I saw how difficult that was. So for a couple of years, I had worked at Seton Home. So that's one of the charities that I'm aware of, that I'm familiar with. And Seton Home is a placement for foster kids who are in the system, but their unique situation is that they're mothers, they're pregnant, they have children, they're 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old ladies, young women who have children of their own. And it's very hard for them to find placement in the foster care system, because it's difficult to find foster parents who want to take in that additional responsibility. So Seton Home on the west side of San Antonio helps out and creates a placement for those young ladies. And they house them, they take care of them, they educate them. And I was able to be an educator there. I was an English teacher for my girls, and helping them, seeing these 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girls with children of their own, trying to make a life for themselves, trying to just do right for themselves and for their children. And every day that I taught with them, I just saw my mom. I saw their determination and her determination. So Seton Home is one of my charities that I'm familiar with in the area of needs. It's teen moms in foster care. They need help. They need charity. So if you can go ahead and do that brainstorming of what else is out there, open our eyes, make us aware, help us out. When you get into today's assignment, the article, and of course, my page looks different from your page, but the article here, the 5 expert tips for deciding which charities to support this year, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And there's the article along with the question. So I'm going to record another video where I'm reading it and reading the question. So if you need that, it'll be up pretty soon. So then once you're done with answering the questions, you'll go ahead and submit. And then the last item is for you to start thinking about which charity, which issue in San Antonio, or even the nation. It doesn't have to just limit to San Antonio. Which charities, which issue is a problem? What is something that is in need for us to kind of step out of our boundaries and go help others, or something that we should direct our attention to? So with this link, it's going to tell you to watch this TED Talk and to think about what Pauletta says in regards to charity. Excuse me. And then to start looking at which charities are out there. So here are 3 links that you can access to start thinking of what kind of speaks to you, what grabs your attention, which one just kind of gives you that impetus, that urge to just want to go out and help. Like you can't hold it down, you can't suppress it, you can't ignore it. You just like, that's it, that's the one I'm going for. So that's what I want you to focus on today after today's assignment is look at these websites and try to find the issue, the problem, the group of people that need your attention. And that's going to drive your research. If you have any questions, please jump on the Zoom call and we'll talk about it. All right, I love y'all. Have a good day and make good choices. Bye, guys.